Welcome back, 88.1 FM. This is ChickenPhoThursday. We got Corn Swagger in the studio. We got Acorn Morocco.
Hey.
This is Sari. If you've missed our show, you can always catch us on Spreaker, also iTunes podcasts. We talked a bit about the Rolling Stone cover with Dzhokhar Tsarnaev and about how controversial it was, I guess, with him being on the cover. And we also talked about the Trayvon Martin case and the verdict. And talked about how ass backwards Florida is. So
Right.
you don't want to miss that. We had some heated conversation. But we're coming up to our final segment. And not sure what we're going to talk about right now, but play some great music for you. What do we got, Corn?
What about the return to Cambodia?
Why are you asking me that?
I don't know.
We got a comment from Charlie over in Cambodia. Sam Rainsy is a presidential hopeful in Cambodia, and the country's pretty, I would say, corrupt as far as dealings go, and I guess he represents
The newer generation. I know a little bit about him, but hope him the best. But like he was saying earlier, it's very corrupt. It's shifted to a certain party. You think of this day and age, you don't think stuff like that happens, but it still does. You know what I mean? Like, people are just like so corrupt, and just people get assassinated left and right if you try to go against it, and it's the way it is. You know what I mean? But good luck to the person who's running for office also. But one day we see a change. You never know. I mean, the guy's been in office for like 20 years now.
The guys that's in there now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Probably
So
over
they
20
ain't
years.
wrong.
I'm probably off by like 8 years. But
I guess.
I mean, it's supposed to be a democratic state
Yeah, I
now.
was
You know what I mean?
gonna
But it doesn't look that way. But good luck to him. I mean, this is our last segment of tonight's show. What else we need to talk about?
it's hot.
Yeah.
I know, I can't-
It's hot. Yo, when is this gonna break?
This is our
Man.
first show, like, sweating. Like, all three of us are like
When?
like
When?
like roasted duck sweating in here. Like, oh man.
Yo, and speaking of which, I was supposed to get out to the Ray Street Pier. My buddy Femi and his one of his promotion exploits, World Town, had a thing there. Every third Thursday, they have a little session at the pier there. I think they spin some records and just have a good time. I think there would have been a nice breeze down there tonight. I was looking to go over there before we got on the air, but got a little tied up. But yeah, every third Thursday, my buddy Femi, World Town, Ray Street Pier, 6 to 9. Check it out.
Actually, something I want to talk about is Jay-Z's album that just came out. He's going to be #1 again this week on Billboard. And
Rightfully so. It's a great album. It's probably one of the best albums of the year so far. Magna Carta,
yeah.
Holy Grail. That great song with Rick Ross, F With Me, I Got It. Club anthem of the year, probably. No, honestly, I think it is one of the bangers of the year.
That is
That song in particular.
it takes your breath away.
It does.
It's
It's
totally.
like, I just landed in Europe. And
Well, the thing is, I was going to mention was his album's going to be the 5th #1 album in a row for Billboard.
that's
Oh
it.
yeah.
No, I think it's more than that.
What's that? Is that a big
No, I'm
deal?
talking about the 5th #1 album to debut
Magna Carta.
5 different albums in the
Magna
past
Carta.
5 weeks. Because Jesus was #1, J.
Oh,
Cole was
okay.
#1.
That's what you meant.
Well,
okay.
I mean, how does that work? Why did Samsung give him money for his album? I don't understand.
So that their customers could download his
So that
album
was to
before
keep-
anybody else, yeah.
So that was to keep some people with.
To keep the Samsung subscribers happy.
Oh, okay.
Because the album came out,
So he sold 1 million at the gate, but he really didn't.
he really didn't, yeah. Samsung just bought like 1 million copies straight up. You know what I mean? So that they could give
And
it to their.
I saw they bought them at $5 a piece, so it wasn't even like. It wasn't even like you got like full price.
Right.
And on top of that is like people are paying for the service.
Good old days when Tower was still around.
Yeah.
That'd have been like $13.
$20 CDs.
Yeah. The most expensive CD I ever bought was an MF Doom CD, and I paid $30 for it.
Was it an import CD, right, from Japan?
Yeah, it was an import album from Japan.
Was it Mad Villain?
It was only one track on there. You can skip it. If you skip it, you skip the whole song. Like if you had a CD player where you could kind of
One
like
track. What were you thinking?
I didn't know it was going to be like that. I thought it was a whole album. I mean, it had the song listings on there. You know what I mean? But the genius of MF Doom put it's only one song, one track, track one. And if you skip it, that's done. It just starts from the beginning again. You know?
Oh no!
But you have one of those fancy CD players.
But the songs are lined up back to back.
Yeah.
It's just you can't
skip it. And I paid $30.
Yo, he's the villain, guys.
Terrible album at that.
He's the villain.
Terrible.
What
album
was it?
It was something like import. It's like an import album. He did that. I actually bought an album from his.
This wasn't like what were his early album? Food and.
Yeah, that was in the early 2000s. That's like the last seat, like the last like living breed of CDs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I remember buying that. I bought the MF Doom and Nas mix thing that was called Nostradamus.
Oh yeah.
You know, terrible album, terrible mix. Like those beats did not belong to Nas versus.
But wait, Doom didn't have nothing to do with that, did he? That was
that was his album. He put that together.
Why the heck did he pick Nostradamus?
It was he called it Nostradamus, but it's like
to make.
It's like certain songs from Illmatic, some songs from his second album.
It
wasn't
okay. So it was like a mix of all his stuff. Okay, because I thought it was just like the Nostradamus songs. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I think MF Doom is probably one of the most overrated underground rappers in the world.
I don't think so. I think he's the best out right now.
Underground wise?
I think,
it's got to be Macklemore. He's
well,
probably the best underground rapper.
Macklemore's mainstream.
Shut up, sir.
Yo, you know why I mess with Macklemore? I mess with Macklemore because, you can't I wouldn't mind my kids listening to him. I don't have any kids, but if I had kids, I wouldn't mind them listening to him. You know what I mean? Like, he's not talking about, hoes and.
No. I mean, for what Macklemore is like I like what he's doing.
You can't knock his hustle game right now.
He's being honest to what he's doing.
Yeah.
He is who he is.
Yeah.
Even though he is from Seattle and, but Seattle does a lot of good stuff for the world. Like, green roofs. I'm sure that started
Starbucks.
Bill Gates.
Yeah, Starbucks.
Yeah. Microsoft.
Come on, who doesn't like Starbucks? Microsoft, really? Did that start in Seattle?
Well, Bill Gates,
Yeah, he's got stuff in Seattle. We'll count that.
Xavier McDaniel.
We'll count that.
Remember that?
Did he start out in
Nirvana, Jimi Hendrix. There's a lot going on up in Seattle.
Yeah, man.
They got a rich musical history. Quincy Jones is from Seattle as well.
Yeah.
Oh, is he?
Quincy Jones, yeah.
The whole grunge movement started
Pearl
up there,
Jam.
man. So,
Alice in Chains, right?
Yep.
So artistically,
musically they have a long history, a good history of music,
Yeah.
And Macklemore,
it's crazy, right?
He might just be able to fit in that category.
Sir Mix-a-Lot, right?
Classic.
Dead Presidents of the USA.
The President of the United States of America.
I was the Presidents of the United States of America, right?
Yeah, not the dead president.
I was not. Okay.
What else?
I don't know. There's a lot. For some reason, a lot of people come to mind when I think of Seattle music.
Yeah, they did a lot for music. You can't hate on that.
Yeah.
But I'm still kind of like, in between with Macklemore. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I guess with hip hop, you gotta.
I would think that hip hop hates me.
Posturing. You gotta be. I guess you gotta be harder than Seattle. I don't know. But I think he's making some great stuff, and I guess I look forward to hearing more. And I would definitely buy his album for my kids if I had kids. I wouldn't mind them.
But he do curses, you know that, right?
No, he curses, but they're justified.
So what rappers would you let your kids listen to? Name 5 rappers.
Uncle Luke.
MF Doom, definitely.
Maybe.
Because when you listen to his stuff, you could tell it's a character.
Yeah, he's not very vulgar at all, actually.
Yeah,
he's pretty clean.
Even
He's
when
pretty clean.
He's very clean.
Will Smith.
But even when he is, you could tell. You're like, that's just Doom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You never like
take him too seriously.
Yeah, you never take Doom too seriously, and that's what I love about it. It's always like that. Like, some of these guys they try to make like their character is them, and it just gets ridiculous.
All right, that's one. What else?
And I think it's hard to separate. Who else? Out today. All right, McNamara. That's his name, right? Or no.
Macklemore.
That was a Jeopardy answer earlier.
Yeah.
Who's the U.S. Defense Secretary in 1964? I was killing Jeopardy today, boy.
You knew that?
Yo, you were.
Yeah.
What's the answer,
I
Macklemore?
think I got like three
McNamara.
answers. I think you got about 23.
Yeah, I was killing Jeopardy
Yeah,
today.
man.
Except for that except for the Final Jeopardy that got me.
The Iron Curtain.
The Iron Curtain.
Yo,
yeah.
Iron Curtain. Yo, I said Russia, which is in the ballpark.
Yeah.
But is not.
Is that what that means?
specifically-
The Iron Curtain?
Yeah.
Is that the history?
The Iron Curtain of communism. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. See, learn something new again.
But wait.
As we were eating
Okay. Who
chicken
else?
wings.
Dude, actually,
drumsticks.
there's no one. The Streets. If he was still writing songs, I would definitely let my kids listen to the Streets. Mike Skinner, UK. I can't even tell you who else I would let my kids listen.
Sarah,
to.
you got 5?
5 is a lot because everybody.
I mean, past or present. Doesn't mean. I mean,
Yo, you know what? Public Enemy, I think, is putting out an album real soon. I heard a track off of there. It sounded.
You know
really
who I
good.
like?
I wouldn't let my kids
That's
listen
really
to that.
good. That I would let my kids listen to, even though he does curse. Talib Kweli.
Okay.
I feel he says a lot of relevant issues that can pertain to
Yeah,
world
Quality's
issues.
cool.
Yeah, I would give him that.
Yeah,
Cool.
he's
He can be a little preachy, but I wouldn't mind my kids listening to him.
yeah. He says a lot of
He's
very
up there.
thought-provoking things.
Yeah.
Makes
What
you think.
Would that be uncool though? Especially if hip hop is like.
when it comes to that,
Like a Lupe Fiasco type guy.
Yeah.
Guys that think about relevant issues.
Yeah.
I want my kids to open their minds up. But then I would want them to listen to Nas too, like Illmatic.
Yeah,
that's a great album for him to
I would certainly let my kids listen to Nas.
Yeah.
I haven't heard the entire album with the Marley guy. Marley
Damian
Yeah.
Marley.
But I heard some cuts off of there, and I thought they were fantastic. And Nas, he's always, even though his stuff can be a little raunchy at times, it's always thought provoking.
Mhm.
None of that Dr. Knock boot stuff, But
Yeah,
everything else is
right.
decent.
Dun, 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 dun.
What's that one? Uchiwali.
Uchiwali.
Oh yeah, Uchiwali. Wow.
None of that Braveheart stuff. Let's
Yeah,
leave that
right.
somewhere else.
Right.
So would you let?
Trackmasters.
So would you let your son listen to Jay-Z, Kanye,
No.
Mac Miller?
No.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. They're a bit on the kind of degrading side of women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But-
Old Jay-Z. Maybe
how
newer
about-
Jay-Z would be
How about
better.
Joey?
Joey Badass?
Yeah. Can we say that on the air?
He's a teenage. I don't know. He's more like. I would let my teenage kid listen to him.
Yeah.
But if in
That's what we're talking about, teenage kids, right? We're not talking about 5-year-olds, are we? Because my 5-year-old ain't listening to anything.
Yeah. That's
No, kids listen to music at an early age. I mean, like 10. I would say 12 to 10 years old.
Yeah.
At 5, let's say 10 and 12.
Right.
Because I think I started really appreciating music when I was 12.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Yeah.
think I was around 13, 14.
That's when I first heard that Positive K record. Ooh.
Yo, pause, dude.
It's I'm not a chef, so stop feeding me soup.
Oh my God.
That's when I learned to start disrespecting women.
Got him,
No,
man.
I'm kidding. I'm
Yo,
kidding.
Yo, what's he say? You got a what? How long you had that problem? Oh, illest line ever.
Can we play that?
Yo,
No.
yeah.
Can we
yeah,
close the
play-
show out with that?
play
No.
Paz K.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, play some pause. Come
No.
on, man.
Yes, if
Why
we were
not?
playing.
Dude, that's a classic.
Yeah,
man.
we gotta close out with that, actually.
I'm not looking
You
for
got
the
a
internet.
what? How long you had that problem? Oh, greatest line ever.
All right, we're actually gonna close out with Positive K. I got a minute.
All right, let's close out. We have 5 minutes left to our segment
That's
here.
a great throwback.
Yo, that
Alright,
is
let's
an
throw
excellent,
that up.
excellent.
Yeah,
thing.
Anybody want to hear
seriously.
that?
Yeah, actually, I
Yo,
do.
it's so perfect. Yo, you could
Yeah.
tell that song took him like
Yeah.
a couple years to.
Out of all the women that dissed me in my life, here we go. This one's for y'all.
Is
Who
a
cares?
masterpiece. It really is.
It's still hot today. You hear that in the club today?